Alright, well, guys, we are here with quite a large update for Destiny 2. I have just got back from work and I've not seen anything. I've not been on Twitter, I've not been on YouTube. So we're going to check this out for the very first time. Obviously, I'm a little bit late. This came out 5 hours ago. But like I said, I've been at work. So now that we're back, let's take a look and see what's going on. I knew that something was dropping today for Destiny. And I just wanted to record this just so I can go through this with you guys. Honestly, by the time you are watching this, you probably already know what's going on. But I don't know, maybe you might want to see my reaction to this because I am a Destiny 2 player. I've been playing this franchise now for almost 11 years. We're coming up to the 10th anniversary. Next year it'll be 11 years, but I was there for the Destiny 1 beta. I was there throughout all the DLCs. As much as it's not in the most amazing position right now, I am very addicted to Destiny. Alright, well, let's start with paving the way for New Frontiers. So we're going to open that in a new tab here. Alright, Destiny 2, a codename Frontiers. So we knew about Frontiers already, literally just the name Frontiers. I guess this is them expanding on that just a little bit here. So, paving the way forward for New Frontiers. Today marks the 10-year anniversary of Destiny. That it does. And boy, what a ride it has been. We have set out in 2014 to do something new and something different for our studio. We have conquered the Witness, looted dungeons, sacked half our staff, ascended to the lighthouse, and more. Now we look to the future. We're plotting our course to take to the stars through codename Frontier. Oh, it almost sounds like we're leaving the galaxy, the universe that we're in. We close the door with the final shape, but we're opening a new one, a weird one and an exciting one that takes Destiny to a place it's never been before. We're building this future now and we're excited to share with you a first glimpse of it today. Alright, let's have a look here. So expansion Apollo, codename Apollo and codename Behemoth. That sounds huge. Season available to players. Summer 2025 major update codename Arsenal. Fall 2025 major update codename Surge. Reward pass. Okay, there's a lot of code names here. Okay, so expansion, new stories, new location, new missions, new weapons, new gear, new raids and dungeons. We already know that. Seasonal update, new reprised activities, new gear and artifact mods, new modifiers, challenges, new sandbox meta, new events. Rewards pass, exotic weapon and ornament. Legendary weapon and armor ornaments, gear upgrades, resources, and cosmetics, and more. Okay, so that's... Honestly, there's nothing new there. Obviously, you know, we're getting the... You know, the roadmap, I guess you could say. But in terms of, you know, what we're actually getting, pretty much the same, to be honest with you. We still get new stories, we still get new locations with expansions. There's nothing really new here. Besides the literal thing that we get, obviously is brand new to the game. This roadmap lays out our plans for year 11 and beyond with some exciting changes to our annual model. 2 expansions per year. Yeah, but they're going to be smaller size expansions. I think they said in their interview that the expansions are kind of like Shadowkeep size. 4 major updates of free content every year, so again very similar to the current seasonal model that we've got. Well, I say current, they've actually done away with seasons. You know, we'll go back to seasons, I guess, but 4 major updates of free content every year, again exactly the same. Over the next few months, we will be sharing more info with you on Codename Frontiers, which is how we are describing major innovations coming to Destiny 2 over the next few years, starting with our next expansion, Codename Apollo. We have several dev insights and deep dives going live today that will continue to add more to this list over the next few weeks and coming months. Today, we also have Tyson Green, the game director of Destiny 2. Applaud for Tyson Green. Hopefully he does an amazing job. Honestly, I'll just be completely real with you. Tyson Green is actually the only reason why I still have hope in Destiny, because this guy's one of the OGs. He's been there since day one, so this isn't anyone new, guys. This is someone that's genuinely got quite a rich background when it comes to Destiny, and just Bungie as a company, all the way back to Halo days. And Alison Lurs, sorry if I butchered that name, the Destiny 2 narrative director, diving through some of our future plans for Destiny 2. Our goal is to be more transparent in our communications with you. This means sharing our work more frequently, even if you see our mistakes and false starts going along the way. So please remember that our roadmap and plans are subject to change as we get deeper into development. Ultimately, this is your game too. We want you to see more of how it's made and why. If you take away nothing else, it should be this: we're excited for Destiny to change and improve in ways that allow you to keep evolving in the future. Okay, so there's quite a bit to go through here, so let's have a look. So dev insights and deep dives. Below you will find a list of dev insight deep dives for various innovations coming with Codename Frontiers. We'll be building upon this section over the next few months with breakdowns of features and changes coming to Destiny. Core game activities, core game rewards, the portal. Alright. Our vision for the future of Destiny. Okay. So you can set up like camps, I guess, and chill out on a sparrow. That sparrow looks pretty interesting. I always love seeing things like this. It's actually pretty cool. But it looks like you can set up like your own little camps and little hub areas. That's pretty interesting. Got the ghosts hanging out as well. There's a ship in the background. It appears there's like some large structure in the background as well. Imagine you could actually do more with your ship. Imagine you could actually physically fly your ship, because the fact that you pay real money for a cosmetic, which is essentially just a glorified loading screen, it would be really cool if you could actually do something more with your ship. Tyson Green. Okay, my name is Tyson and I'm the game director for Destiny 2, and I'm excited to speak today about our team's vision for Destiny. First and foremost, we all still love Destiny. It is a unique and challenging game, both for you and us. I've personally been working on Destiny for 15 years and it still excites me creatively. See, this is what I mean, guys. Tyson Green has the baggage, so this man gives me hope. There are not many games I could say that about. Yeah, fair enough. And I think that goes for a lot of the player base as well, especially for the players like me that have been with this game literally since Destiny 1 beta and have literally poured years and years and years studying the lore and background lore that you can't even find in the game. But at the same time, we recognize that it has become too rigid. Expansions have started to feel too formulaic and over too quickly with little replay value. Seasons and episodes keep getting bigger, but can still feel like you are just going through the motions. We believe it's time for Destiny to change and evolve, and that our community wants this game to grow and innovate too. And to do that, we need to start breaking some of the molds. Alright, well, let's dive into it. So annual pass expansions. So we're going to start with the annual pass expansions. We've loved creating annual expansions and are especially proud of the Final Shape, as you should be. Final Shape was 10 out of 10. But the truth is that they dominate almost all of our development effort. We need to free ourselves up to explore and innovate with how we deliver Destiny 2 content so that we can invest in areas of the game that we feel are more impactful to players. So basically what that means is that they're going to sacrifice the amount of content we get in annual expansions so that they can be more consistent throughout the year. Starting next year, instead of one big expansion, we are going to deliver 2 medium-sized expansions, one every 6 months. Each of these will depart from the one-shot campaign structure we've been using essentially unchanged since Shadowkeep. Convenient how they meant Shadowkeep, because that's actually the reference that I made earlier. And each will be an opportunity to explore exciting new formulas instead, or sorry, new formats instead. We're excited to try new things that challenge your idea on what the Destiny experience could be, and we are actively prototyping non-linear campaigns, exploration experiences similar to the Dreaming City. Departing from one-shot campaigns doesn't mean that we are turning away from the great storytelling. Going forward, we want to return the mystery and wonder that was woven up into fabrics of early Destiny when the story felt ripe with possibilities and an epic sense of exploration and discovery. I'm happy about that because the lore of Destiny is something I am very, very in love with, and that's actually the reason why I felt so addicted to this game. Great stories are as important as ever in our creative vision, and Allison will touch more on that below. Alright, with the change of the 2 expansions per year, our seasonal model will be changing as well. Instead of 3 episodes, we will be building major updates per year, 1 every 3 months. Each expansion will launch alongside a major update at the start of a season, and then in a second major update will follow 3 months later to refresh the core game with new and reprised content, including activities, strikes, exotic missions, or entirely new game modes like Onslaught. Onslaught was really good, I really enjoyed that. Rewards such as weapons, armor, artifact mods, exotics, and more. New weekly events, new features, combat meta, and balance updates. So again, very, very similar to what we read above. The big seasonal resets will still happen twice a year alongside the expansions. Alright, fair enough. Each update will be a substantial refresh of the core game, bringing new activities and reward content. We're also excited to announce that, like Destiny 2 Into the Light, these updates and their content will be free to all players. Alright, fair enough. We want Destiny to be easier for anyone to play or recommend, so we went through that major barrier to the experience, which means we need to talk about the core game itself. Alright, core game, let's go. The core game is Destiny's always available, evergreen activity experience, and we need to fix 2 key things with it. Approachability. First, Destiny is too complex, very much so. I'm a huge fan of Destiny, and whenever someone comes over to me that has never played Destiny before and says, hey, should I get into it? I always say, no, don't even bother. With literally hundreds of activities, you practically need a PhD to decide what to play and how to get the rewards that you're looking for. I love that sentence there. That is so true. You practically need a PhD to decide what to play. What an absolute legend for being so open with something like that. We're going to start fixing this by modernizing our activity UI, the director, to make it easier for everyone to find and launch into great activities. And we're reworking our reward model to make sure that all of those activities offer meaningful rewards. Our deep dives on activities and rewards go into more detail on these changes in particular. Alright, well, we're going to be touching upon that very shortly after this. Gear and challenges should matter. Yes. Alright, let's have a look. Even great activities stop mattering if the challenge dries up and the rewards aren't worth it. So we're investing in a greatly improved challenge customization system to allow players of any skill range to find the right challenge level for them, with rewards that improve based on the challenge level you take on. These won't just be simple incoming damage increases either. Wow, okay. The team is cooking up some great gameplay modifiers that gives enemies some exciting tools to mix things up on every run. We will have a deep dive coming soon to show off some of those new features and threats. That's interesting. I'd like to know more about that for sure. As for the rewards, there will be higher tiers of the legendary gear. Think adept weapons and artifice armor. I love artifice armor. That will be available from these higher challenges ranges in a much wider variety of activities across both PvE and PvP. These two challenges will help the core game experience be easier to drop into and much deeper in terms of variety and pursuit of personal mastery. And they are just a starting point for ongoing changes aimed to continuing to improve Destiny in these regards. Okay, fine. The next multi-year saga starts with codename Apollo. I'm looking at this screenshot a little bit here and it's very interesting. All right, here we go with Allison. So Allison says, "Hello, I am Allison. I am the Destiny 2 narrative director. I'm a fresh face at Bungie. I started doing narrative direction for seasons in fall 2022, and my first Destiny 2 expansion was The Final Shape." All right, welcome aboard. We're proud of The Final Shape, again, as you should be, 10 out of 10, and the ending we created for the Light and Darkness saga, and we knew that the episodes that follow would act as an epilogue, tying up the Light and Dark's hanging threads, but also setting up what's next. The episodes close doors and open new ones, purposeful ones, storylines that are set in place to prepare us for what's coming next. And what is next for our saga? Let's take a look at this screenshot real quick. How sick does that look? That's really cool. That does look it does look interesting. This does kind of capture my eye a little bit. Well, I say a little bit, quite a lot, honestly. You'll see teasers of it in the later 2 episodes and then fully kick off with the codename Apollo. The next saga is also based around a core theme, much like the Light and Darkness did. It will introduce plenty of new characters, that was me, not you, factions and twists and more. There's a lot more here that we will say eventually, but we don't want to spoil the journey for you. This will be a multi-year journey, one that we can't wait to take you on. We just need to hurry up and get the Winnower and the Gardener out here, man. Like, we need to start progressing with that storyline. We can't just leave it there. What do we mean by codename Apollo is non-linear? Previously in stories like The Final Shape, you experienced the story as an A to B to C to D in a nice straight line. In codename Apollo, our story takes place over dozens of threads that you'll explore and discover. So, when you land on our brand new location, the story starts at A, and then you can choose if you want to explore C first or try and get into B or maybe investigate D. Okay, that's interesting. And the options you didn't choose, don't worry, those options are still open for you to go back and play through if you need to. I wonder how that's going to make the story consistent if you can just pick and choose where you go. Because the more you play and discover, the more the story progresses, so experiencing a certain number of threads opens the next part of the story. The order of which you explore will be something you choose. But we have built codename Apollo in a way the story always makes sense and flows from the beginning to middle to end. There's no gating, no waiting for the next drop. Codename Apollo's story unfolds based on the player's progression. I do want to find out more about this. This definitely sounds interesting to me. We'll just see exactly what happens, I guess. Like this is a very small kind of blurb and insight, but I need to see more of this to properly make sense of that. Because usually as the story progresses, and again, the Final Shape is a good example of this because they literally use Final Shape as their example of this in their comments here as well. With Final Shape, the more you go down this linear location, the more things start to become more corrupt. So my question is, if you can go from A to C or from B to D whenever you want, how will that not mess up the storyline if things are like going to progress in a linear fashion? So I'd love to see more about that. Obviously, none of us have the answers right now. We'll just wait to see what Bungie say in the future when they expand upon this. Oh man, this looks sick. Look at that. I love this. I love the way it kind of looks, that kind of like barren feel with all of like these things. That does look really cool. Okay, we're coming up to the end here and then we'll move on to the next blog. Destiny is at its best when it's mysterious, weird, and not afraid to try new things. The shift of non-linear stories isn't something we're locking ourselves into, but it's the structure that fits its codename Apollo best. The narrative structure of the release that follows will be quite different, a structure to suit that game's experience, and we want to continue to innovate with each expansion across both gameplay and narrative. Into the unknown. This all sounds like a big change, and it is, because when the rhythm of our story becomes predictable, or when characters in our world fail to change, that's how we create a situation, not a story. So how do we innovate? By telling a story that keeps us up with our innovation, not one that slows it down. That's a very fair point. That means evolving world, giving space to new characters, growing and evolving factions, making sure that the story we tell is in a world we have nurtured and with characters who grow in turn. We believe in rewarding the player for paying attention without punishing someone for not knowing something. That way everyone gets to come along for the ride no matter how deep in the lore that they are. That's really good too, because the amount of people that I play with that don't understand all of this game is actually quite a high number, and they shouldn't have to keep on going to a YouTube video in order to understand your story. You'll see that approach starting forward with episodes and continuing into the new multi-year story. So when we think about the multi-year arc, what does that look like? Think of it as a constellation of stories united by a single theme. We will show you what that theme is later, but suffice to say, we believe in it. Think of this multi-year arc as a web, not a line. With each release fits into a larger saga. We cannot wait to take you on that journey. Story is easy to spoil. I won't ruin the details for what the theme in Codename Apollo is or what it's about, but I will give you something to look forward to. Apollo ends with the narrative gasoline that will propel us into the next few years with a clear theme, goal, and destination that won't come at you as a straight line, but will be well worth the trip. That literally sounds like we're being launched into space to like a different galaxy or something, if I'm like reading between the lines there. It'll reward you, it will surprise you, and it will take us to places that Destiny has never seen before. See you when the time is right. And with that, we come to a close. Well, a new beginning, really. Over the next few months, we'll be dishing out more deep dives and engaging in more conversations. With no doubt that the above breakdown of Codename Frontier plans will spawn for more questions that we can answer, but we'll be looking to keep you up to date as we take flight. Oh man, there's so many hints here. Keep an eye out for deep dive sections, as we'll be adding links to further topics. Thank you again for joining us on our first 10-year journey with Destiny. We've been through so much, battling the darkness, yeah, both internally and in the game, and stopping the Witness. I love the Witness. I'm really sad that he's gone. Now it's time to look to the stars again. Another hint there. It's time to imagine, to dream big and explore what the future can be within this universe. Oh man, they have dropped so many hints that we are leaving Sol. They literally have dropped so many hints that we're leaving Sol. We have our heading and hope to see you join us along the way. Yeah, a lot of hints there. But if we go back to the news article here, and then we move to the Developer Insight Core Game Activities. So this is the Developer Insight Core Game Activities. I know they talked about that a little bit earlier in the previous one, but I'll just skim through this. So welcome to the Developer Insight article for Frontiers. Now let's talk about core gameplay. Too long, didn't read. Okay. Core game activity features a wider variety of new and updated activities across many types, with an updated section with every major update. Challenge customization will provide a way to adjust activity difficulty with better rewards for those seeking more challenge. The new portal screen allows for quick access to core gameplay activities, making it easier to find what you want to play. So we know what the problem is. And okay, so this is their solution, right? This is like a very rough image of what Portal would look like. I love how they used that as the background. That's really cool. Fair enough. There we go. Curator, quest, season pass, map, destination store. Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. So this is like their main screen, right? Because it says tower there. Early mock-up that is subject to change. Yeah, fair. Oh, what's this? The major change coming to core game activities is that they all support deeper personal mastery and a corresponding deep reward offering. We'll start with PvE activities and then dive into the Crucible and PvP, which present unique challenges. This is definitely very early on. All of the PvE activities will now support robust challenge customization, exposed as a new option alongside selecting the difficulty. Huh. Well, I mean, let's just go for the best straight away, right? The exotics. Nice. Okay. Wait, what? That says silver. Reward silver. You get silver as rewards? No way. There's no way. There's no way you get silver as a reward. Really? They would do that? Oh, wait, no, it's gold. Okay. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Wow. For a second there, I thought they were giving us free silver. Imagine that day. Okay, work in progress. And it's subject to change. This seems very straightforward, to be honest with you. Crucible. I'm not gonna delve too deep into the Crucible. Are old activities going away? No. Okay, that's a good thing. Fine. You know what? We'll save this one for last. We'll save the best till last. Okay, developer insight, core game, and this is the rewards now. So too long didn't read. Weapons and armor will be available in a deeper range of quality across a wider range of activities. Core game activities will have dedicated reward pools and different categories of activities. Gear will be labeled as new gear during the season. It is introduced and is easier to recognize and build craft around. Alright, fine. In the past, yeah, I mean, again, we know what the problem is. Okay, solutions. Let's have a look. Oh, right, there's different tiers of weapons. Okay, interesting. They're using Khvostov as their placeholder. This is very clearly just cut out, though. You can literally see that with, like, going around the edges here and everything, but sure. Swordy. Tier 5. So it's a scout rifle sword, which is presented as a cutout Khvostov with a 3-fire burst aggressive frame. Nice. Amazing. But again, it's just a mock-up, right? But I can very clearly see what they're trying to do here, which does look interesting. I'll be interested to see how they do that. I guess it does encourage players to just go for the highest tier, which is ultimately what you want, right? Because you just want to constantly get better. New gear. So new gear will have a blanket category for all weapons and armor that are newly introduced in the current season, regardless of source. New gear will receive a special visual treatment to help players identify which weapons or armor sets are new, which may therefore benefit from things like artifact bonuses. Okay. Again, positive change there. And now we move to the code name. The Portal. Here we go. Developer insight. The Portal. This is an interesting one, right? We'll see what this is all about here. So now let's talk about Portal. The Portal (brackets development name may change) will be an easier, modernized way to browse and launch core game activities. It will offer a varied selection of new and updated activities across a wide range of activity types. Again, we'll do the TLDR. The portal will offer several categories of activities, each with a wide selection of new and updated activities refreshed every 3 months with each major update. So all activities in the portal will provide updated and worthwhile rewards, so it'll be easier to find something you want to play. The destination map will be cleaned up and focused on world navigation and accessing older activities. Alright, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we've seen that already, so we know exactly what that looks like. Haha, what about Gambit? Okay, let's do it. Gambit will remain available from the destination map, but will not be rolled into the portal categories at the start of next year. We are still figuring out our plan with this beloved game mode. No one loves this. And we will have some ideas ranging from closer integration into the Crucible category to standalone events that feature it in the future. Fine. Fine. Will raids and dungeons be in the portal? Dungeon content will be featured in the Pinnacle Ops category with some alterations to support challenge customization and reward rating. Okay. Raid content will not initially be present in the portal categories. The long clear times combined with the wide variation of experiences present some unique challenges that we are still working through. However, we are excited to get this content into the portal offering in the future. Fine. Okay. Alright, moving on to the big one, and I see it straight away, boys. The Icebreaker. And you guys know Max, he's part of my channel quite heavily. Icebreaker is his all-time favorite weapon. And he is very, very excited that it's coming back. Very, very excited. Right, this is going to be a chunky one, boys. Today we celebrate a decade in the ongoing journey of Destiny. A decade of epic battles, extraordinary memories, and countless friendships forged along the way. I met my best friend through this game, and it's been a really good 10 years, to be honest with you. I don't regret the time that I spent playing this game. For 10 incredible years, you have ventured into the stars to defend the last city, uncover the mysteries of the Sol system, and defend the defenseless against their enemies. Yes, we have. While Destiny's official journey began on September 9th, 2014, with the launch of the original game, yep, that was when I was there, some of you can trace the beginning of your Destiny adventures even further back to when the alpha was available in June, or the beta in July of 2014. Yep, I was there for that. Whether you are a D1 Alpha veteran or if you just started playing last week, know that Destiny's first decade of bravery and hope has been defined by each and every one of you Guardians. We're glad that you're here and we're excited to see what the next decade of Destiny looks like and beyond. With that in mind, let's take a look at how we're celebrating Destiny's amazing first decade both in-game and out in the real world. Alright, let's take a look. Out of this world art. Alright, I'll just skim through this real quick. Plus, I'm not a Titan main, I'm a Warlock main. We've explored the long list of mind-blowing places in these last 10 years, from the surface of Earth, the jungles of Venus, the forbidden depths of the several throne worlds, yep. Even inside of the Traveler, finally. None would exist without the talent and dedication of a very long list of artists. It's impossible to choose just one piece that represents what Destiny is, and that's why we've partnered with ArtStation to showcase the work of 67 past and present Bungie artists from different disciplines. Here's just a preview of what you can find in the complete article when it goes live later today. Okay, let's have a look. That looks sick. Oh, Dreadnought, nice. These are all very interesting. Oh, this is one of my favorite pieces. I love this so much. This is really giving me a blast from the past, this. Dressed like it's 2014. This is the original armor, guys, on the cover. The legend seal. We're going to be getting that at some point today. Nerfing Ace of Spades. They're actually going to make a Nerf gun Ace of Spades. Fair enough. Okay, so looking into the future, while we've enjoyed looking back in the past 10 years of Destiny, we're even more excited about where we're going next. The future of Destiny 2 is alive and well, and we're thrilled to begin sharing our plans with you. This starts today with an article that we are calling Paving the Way for New Frontiers. Yep, we already read that. Alright, cool. Honestly, guys, I think that wraps it up. The main thing that I actually think takes the cake here is the Icebreaker image at the very top there, which basically confirms that Icebreaker is coming back in the 10th anniversary for Destiny 2, which is going to be amazing for Max because that's his favorite weapon. My favorite weapon of all time is Thorn, so I'm good to go. That happened ages ago. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see more content for Destiny. I'm excited to see where they take the story. I'm excited to see what the future holds for Destiny 2. If you want to see anything more with Destiny 2, leave a like on this video, hit that red subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care.